or small? Should it be bigger or smaller? I'm in the camp of bigger. Should it be bigger or smaller? I'm in the camp of bigger. Should it be bigger or smaller? I'm in the camp of bigger. Time will tell.
Poor Lindsay. Anyways, now for something exciting. Okay, now listen. Every time we hit major levels, we usually get a sell-off, right? And then we might start building. Here's, when we arrived at 6,900, got pretty ugly, right? So, bam, bam, bam. What's going on here? I think that it's easy to say that, okay, we're about to sell all that shit. And I do think that, but I think it happens next week, okay? And I think, I'm just gonna say this, scenario A, we fucking gap down and we keep on selling. And we probably head all the way down to here. Okay, there you go. Now, for the absolute fuckery setup. Okay, what did we do? We caught the low yesterday off of this gap. Now pay attention. We obviously caught the Friday to Monday gap up. Okay, did all of this shit. But we came down here and we dipped in, put boys galore trap, and we caught the low yesterday. How did we do that? Again, my 1, 2, 3 sell. Gap down, 1, 2, 3. Stopped selling, right? I even remember this scalp here, and then we absolutely ripped. And then we calculated that we'd get to 695 on SPY, and we wanted to play it safe, so we were in Friday calls, and they paid 295%. Okay? Right here. But we didn't get there. Then I posted in the chat, we are going to hit that ghost that we had right there and cause a sell reaction. Here, we were still following the pattern, and then fuckery happened. Whether it was Nutlick, whether it was Jamie Dimon, or just cuz, doesn't matter. Now, let's zoom out because it's kind of like it's hiding in plain sight here. Let's go over to SPX and I'll draw it out for you. All right, what if, and okay, this is scenario B. Scenario A is like no mercy, fucking just like limit down, but usually doesn't happen into a 3-day weekend, but Monday banking holiday, okay? MLK Day, okay? They usually do shit around then, and just gonna point it out, new moon. What was the full moon? Full moon was the bottom, okay? New moon could be, say it with me, the top, okay? And what happens after that? Well, you got tech earnings, and a lot of that shit is not looking good, okay? Why is that interesting? Because according to the sports calendar, and even here, maybe there, we're gonna get some volatility and bouncy. Okay, so we're playing this. Now check it out. What if, here's the wall into the close. We went back there. What if okay, I know I got your attention. What if we measure from here? What is that? That is 1.1%. Okay, so if we can go down from open to midday, if we can go down that amount, then even if we measure from here. Okay, let's take the top of this structure right there. And what is that? That's where the ghost is. Remember, we had that ghost. We almost got there. So what happens if we measure from the top here? It's about 1.3%. Okay, but let's go with 1.1. What if we now go from here, the pullback of this bad boy? Because look where we ended up here. There's the gap down. Everybody's looking at this gap, right? Nobody's looking at that gap. So we gap filled. We gap filled this gap. Stopped selling. So what happens? Ooh. And I'm not even doing 1.1% that it should be. I'm just saying that even if you do 1%, you're at 7,000. So, what does that mean? That could mean, since we got that fucker doing that if you want to pain trade this, and you really want to go for it, right? This resolves at the target we've had for, I don't even know how many months, maybe even 6. You get there on Friday into MLK Day. So now you're like, okay, well, fuck, man. You've piqued my interest here. So how do we play it without getting fucked? Well, like this. You see this ghost. Now these are fairly reliable here from Traditix. You have that, right? Okay, you got that. And you got this here. Okay, what does that mean? What's QQQ 630? Where are we? Well, that's $4 higher than high a day on QQQ. Okay, so if we're supposed to get over here, oh, you're supposed to get up here. Okay, well, let's eyeball it on SPY. Where would you go? Oh, back to the top of the CPI wick. Okay. So, what the fuck does that mean? That means that you got 3 options. You either gap up over 694. Because guys, this is something, I don't know what the fuck this is. But let's say you gap over 694. You got nothing here. There's nothing standing in your way. Then you can go for it. If you open flat, I would say 694 is your spot to play. I'm in those 694s based on premiums before I saw this, okay? But again, if we can gap over here, I'm not fucking touching my SPY because all this is a fake breakdown. And the measured move is at least above this high. And you probably revisit this 697, which is close enough to SPX 7000. Because you're gonna be like here somewhere, right? That is close enough to my target. That is also a pierce on the hourly Bollinger Band. Mamo can do it. You can even fucking go higher on Monday. Or Tuesday. I'm not saying that's what you do. But again, that's pretty decent shit. And that sell was bogus. And again, I just want to point out absolute fucking brilliant shit here. Dom in the chat today saying, hey, it looks like Monday. And it fucking did up until... See these two candles? See those two candles? Look at the time. 7:40 my time. That's where I was trying to buy the dip. Same setup here. Okay? Then it went up. All of a sudden it deviates. The stow right there, and down we go with force. Okay? Meanwhile, I'm seeing like mad flow coming in, and I'm a little confused. And I even see Meta, who's just been absolute dog shit lately, move, right? Which then I'm seeing this. Okay, well, you know, is that close enough? No. But is this for next week? Yeah, because that print, that boom. So unless we like fall out of the sky and end up here, QQQ has that fucking ghost that is the same as the CPI week, and that is your target. Okay? That 630. That's the target. Now we can go back here. That's also hit on CPI. Double rejection. So it is possible. I know we're like super down. For that to happen, you're gonna need a catalyst, right? Otherwise, if we open down wherever, I will probably play this retracement to this double bottom here that then broke, because that's the SPX target left behind. I'll probably try to scalp that. If we open up there, we have to see if it, I mean, what is this right now? Just saying, gotta wait for Asia. But I think I've repeated myself enough. Now, if you want to play fucking funky shit tomorrow, Coinbase and Hood both down because it's the crypto structure shit is taking its sweet ass time. Okay. Could be absolute banger tomorrow. Something that caught my eye Friday, right? JPM today with the premiums. Let's see if it can get through here. It's going to 315 tomorrow. Okay. Spicy setup. You got a bunch of regional banks tomorrow. You got the setup here, all to play for. Don't get screwed. 3-day weekend. So hopefully we catch a big enough dopamine cocktail tomorrow to carry us over into Tuesday. And I will of course do the MA and this and that. You got Chinese data on Sunday. What do they do when we're closed? You got European inflation data forecasted to come in cool on Monday. Canadian inflation data. You got Japan in the mix. You got a lot of European stuff. Bang, bang, bang. Bank of Japan Tuesday when we open up. ADP employment. We'll go through all of this and the setup into next week. Pending home sales, this and that, blah blah blah. GDP, core PCE, Japanese data. Is this it? This could be Michigan. Dude, spicy. I fucking love it. And again, if you're new, listening to voice when we're on, watch the recaps, all that good shit. Check out the moon landing trading course, the other course coming out soon. As you know, I'm having surgery in a few weeks, trying to get it all out and done before that. But anyways, next week, Netflix. I'm fucking there, dude. You got Intel next week, some smaller banks, blah blah blah. Week after that, Boeing, UPS, Microsoft, IBM, Tesla, Apple. Oh, by the way, Meta is this day, same day as Tesla. Okay, then you got Apple, Amazon, boom, 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 boom. Chips galore. It's all here for the taking, people. And before I go, let's take a look at our friend. Where is he? Right here. He went to gap fill. He's certainly set up for a double bottom here out of the gate. That 50 held. Could we get a double? Then you know, if this rejects here and fucking comes down, and they might even crush it and gap fill here if they really want to go for it, you know it's gonna springboard next week. Okay, God bless, love you all, and appreciate you all. I'll see you on the train.